Check this out. Well, it's gonna look good. So Petey is working on getting the airbox set up. We 3D printed some stuff, trying to get this angle right. It's coming out pretty nice. He's gonna remake this duct because by his standards it doesn't fit well, but I think it fits pretty damn good. But that's why we hired him, because we're looking for perfection here. But that looks great, and I can't get enough of this. This fender kit is awesome. Still got a lot of work left to do. It's gonna need some trimming down there. Got the rear one on. Obviously, because it's made for a Golf, this gets kind of funky. But I kind of got an idea for fixing that. The tricky part is the side skirt, because it screws into the front fender on those two holes, and it screws into the back fender on these two holes. So I'm gonna get the other front fender done, and then mount the side skirt, and then mount the rear. So it's coming out, looking pretty good. Looking pretty damn good. This is my favorite profile of the whole car, though. It's gonna look sick wrapped. It's gonna look sick. So, Christmas Eve, I came up to grab stuff, but coolant bottle done, ready to be plumbed in. Started getting the also the radiators done. We got the CSF oil cooler mounted down there. We're getting the core support mounting figured out, because I want everything to be kind of in a row like it is. So this is going to be for the duct to exit the air out, but coming along. Sit rep relay panel full of relays, wiring thinned out. This mess goes to the back of the car. This stuff all goes to the back of the car. Shifter mount is in, stiff as hell. Getting the fire bottle system all hooked up. Seat belts are in. Steering column is in its final position. And come out here. Core support is in. Had to use the porta power. Apparently at one time I must have gave her a whack and she was too narrow here. So when you unbolt it, these guys were a little out of line. So shifter's in. Works. Coolant bottle. I'm sure I showed you guys that before. We gotta get one line finish being made. Got the Zeus fasteners set up. Really wanted to make the back window removable, because you can reach in here, clean the window really easy, and then also if you ever need to do anything, you can get in here real easy. So it's coming. It's coming along. Jeff Ray's over here building my long tubes, which you can see change in size. So they're stepped and they're equal length. So that's going. But yeah, otherwise, got the front bumper off. It's out there getting put together. Come along. Shoe boy, look at that thing. So you see, body kit is off. Starting to trim all the unnecessary stuff out of the fender. We're also probably going to end up doing like an aero pan roll here. The back. Trying to get the air on inside this tire well. But made a lot of progress today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Well, today went well up until it didn't. Jeff Ray's over there finishing the header. It's almost 8 o'clock. The transmission's out. I ordered the wrong clutch. Got to order a clutch for the transmission, not for the engine. Amateur hour over here. Also, I learned some pretty important things, like when you install this bolt. I'm eating a piece of pizza, sorry, I'm done now. When you install this bolt in the transmission, and you go this way, you can't take it out because it hits the frame. Same thing with the engine one over there. So, hindsight, at least I got to swap those around, so if I ever got to do this again in the car, I don't got to take the subframe out like we just got done doing. So, anyways, that's it for today. Those will be done. The right clutch will be here. I got to put the springs back on the axle flange. Otherwise, Harry came earlier today, and him and Jeff went over the wiring. This thing should be ready to start. Hey there, YouTube. It's Thursday night. Wednesday night, sorry. It's about 7:15. After about 10 years, the old girl runs again. Would potentially move if I had tires on it. Started this morning bright and early because, you know, in 8 days, I have to be loading this on a trailer to go to Sebring. So now it runs. But it wasn't without some trial and error stuff that you'll see in the later part of this video. So basically, even though I thought every fuel line was tight, they weren't. And when you have this much fuel system and you hit the key, lots of fuel comes out everywhere. So fix that up. She lit right off. Sounded like she wasn't running on all 5. Sure enough, it wasn't. Had the firing order wrong in the Haltech. Fixed that. Verified 0 timing at the crank pulley and on the Haltech, because every build we do here, that's real important. It's not super important on this normally aspirated motor, but on turbo stuff, if you have 3 or 4 degrees or 5 degrees of timing drift that you're not accounting for, and then you're on the dyno like with this GTR, which will make 500 something horsepower, it'll be bad time, right? Because 5 degrees of timing is a shitload when you're at, you know, 22 and 28, big difference. So anyways, so that was a couple obstacles, got through those, fired her off, runs like top, and then we're sitting here letting it run, waiting for the coolant system to burp, because we made those lines today too, we had to finish those. Got to about 210 degrees, never had the thermostat open. So luckily, our cooling package is built in such a way that it doesn't take very long to take the whole radiator out in one shot with all the lines. So pop that out, pulled my thermostat out, found out our microwave's no good, won't boil water. So we put a hollow thermostat in there because like every other car I own, it's not gonna have a thermostat. Every other race car I own, it's not gonna have a thermostat. And then she sat here and idled for like 30 minutes while we messed around with stuff on the keypad button, and she never got over 190. One fan will cool it down to 160, so I have 2 fans. So I might not run both of them, I don't know. And then pretty much it. Cars and Coffee is this Saturday with the weather looking crappy, but we're gonna try to bring it to that. And that's 2 days from now. So hoping tomorrow, which will be Thursday, to drive this thing over to my alignment rack, get the wheels all pointing in the right direction, and then maybe take it around the block and see what works and what doesn't work. So that's the update. Now, watch the rest of the video. All right, turns out you gotta put fuel in a car and tighten all the fuel lines, but all right, here we go. Don't go crazy.
Yeah.